Good day, students, and welcome back to our new session of rapid reading. Myself, Mrs. Naira Sheikh, your rapid reading teacher, has come up with a new video for you. Our today's lesson number is lesson number 8, the power of observation. Sight words. The first word is power. 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 Second word, observation. 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 Third word, desperation. 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 Fourth word, confused. 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 Fifth word, violently. 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 Sixth word, pleaded. 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 Seventh word, justice. 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 Eighth word, honor. 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 Ninth word, footprints. 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 And the last word, the 10th word is definitely. 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 We now begin with our story, students. Once, two merchants lost their camel in a desert. They searched for it here and there, but could not locate the animal. So what happened, dear students? Once upon a time, there were two merchants. And these two merchants, while they were crossing the desert, they lost their camels. And they were searching for it here and there. But they could not find the camel again. As they were walking in desperation, they met an old Arab. So as they were walking, searching for the camel here and there, anxiously wondering where the camel went, they met an old Arab on the way. They asked him if he had seen a camel. So what did the merchants ask them, students? They asked the Arab if the Arab had seen the camel anywhere. At first, the Arab looked a bit confused. He thought for a while and then said, "Was it an old camel?" The owner said, "Yes, it was." Then the Arab asked, "Was it lame?" "Yes, it was," they said. So what was the Arab first expression was given by the Arab to the merchants? He was very confused and wondering why the merchants are asking him about the camel. Then he thought for some time and he asked the merchants, "Was the camel old or was it young?" "Was it old?" So the owners immediately said, "Yes, it was old." Then the Arab asked the next question, "Was it lame?" That means could it walk properly, or was it walking slanting? It couldn't walk properly. Was it lame? "Yes, it was," they said. The Arab then asked, "Was it blind in the right eye?" He asked them the third question, could the camel see properly, or was it blind from the right eye? "Yes, it was," they replied. So now the merchants even confirmed that the camel was lame, was blind, and the camel could not walk properly. "Have you seen our camel?" the two merchants asked eagerly. So the moment they noticed that the old man, the old Arab, is answering all the questions correctly, immediately, what did they think? That definitely this Arab has seen our camel somewhere or the other. The Arab did not answer their question, but put another question to them instead. So the Arab did not give them any answer. to all the questions that they were asking. Instead, he kept quiet and asked them another question. Was the camel carrying a bag of wheat on one side of his back? The owner said yes, it was. So again, the Arab put another question in front of the merchants and asked them, was the camel having wheat on one side of his back? So immediately the camel owners, they said yes, he was carrying wheat on one side of his back. Was the camel carrying honey on the other side? Was the Arab's next question. So what is the next question the Arab give them? He asked them whether the camel was carrying honey on the other side of his back. Yes, it was, replied the merchants together. So now the merchants were having a firm feeling that yes, for sure, this Arab has seen our camel somewhere and is giving proper information about him. Now the two merchants were sure that the Arab had seen their camel. They caught hold of him by the neck and shook him violently. So what did they do? They caught hold of his collar, of his neck, and started shaking him and questioning him what he had seen about the camel and where is the camel now. Have you stolen our goods and killed our camel? They asked him in a raised voice. So in irritation and anger, what did they ask him? They asked the Arab, have you killed our camel and taken all our goods? No, I have not seen the camel at all, answered the Arab. So the Arab got scared and the Arab said, no, sir, I have not seen your camel at all. The merchants did not believe the Arab. They thought he was surely lying. So they caught hold of him and took him to the judge and pleaded for justice. Now the merchants were very, very angry with the Arab. They thought the Arab is fooling them and he has killed the camel and taken all their goods. So in anger, they caught hold of the Arab and they took him to the court. The judge listened to the merchant's story, then turned to the Arab and asked him, where did you see the camel? The Arab replied, your honor, I have not seen the camel at all. Then how did you know the camel was lame in one leg? Asked the judge.